I am Jan-Eric D. Luna. I'm going to discuss about what is deductive and inductive reasoning and how can this help criminology students. What is deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning?
Two fundamental types of reasoning. First is inductive reasoning, the process of drawing a general conclusion by observing a pattern based on specific instances. Inductive reasoning gets its conclusion from a specific standpoint to a general mean. Example: Premise 1. John is a boy. Premise 2. John has long hair. Conclusion: all boys have long hair. The conclusion has a general standpoint that boys have long hair. Second is deductive reasoning. Refers to the process of taking the information gathered from general observations and making a specific decision based on that information. Deductive reasoning gets its conclusion from a general standpoint to a specific mean. Example: Premise 1. All students are smart. Premise 2. Joseph is a student. Conclusion: Joseph is smart. The conclusion has a specific standpoint that Joseph is smart. Differences between inductive and deductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is observation-based, while deductive reasoning is theory-based. Inductive reasoning, process of reaching conclusions based on a series of observations, while deductive reasoning, process of reaching conclusions based on previously known facts. Inductive reasoning, conclusion may not be valid, while deductive reasoning, conclusion are correct and valid. Inductive reasoning is used to form hypotheses, while deductive reasoning is used to prove ideas. Inductive reasoning draws general principles from specific instances, while deductive reasoning draws specific conclusions from general principles. Inductive reasoning always involves uncertainty, while deductive reasoning only involves certain and true.
What is inductive and deductive reasoning in criminal justice? Investigative officers use both inductive and deductive reasoning approaches to a crime scene investigation. Deductive reasoning begins with a theory, forms a hypothesis, looks for evidence, and then seeks confirmation. Inductive reasoning works in a opposite position. What is inductive reasoning in crime scene investigation? What is inductive reasoning in a crime scene? The investigator reasons about the crime by what is observed to be true, independent of the case. Here we assume it the truth that we follow from a because we perceive that to be the case repeatedly. What is deductive reasoning in crime? What is deductive reasoning in crime? Deductive reasoning is a logical process used in crime since investigation to draw a specific conclusion based on general principles or evidence. In this process, investigators start with a general theory or hypothesis about a crime and then collect specific evidence to support or refute the hypothesis. What is the importance of inductive reasoning in real life? What is the importance of inductive reasoning in real life? We use inductive reasoning in everyday life to build our understanding of the world. Inductive reasoning also underpins the scientific method. Scientists gather data through observation and experiment, make hypotheses based on data, and then test those theories further. Why is deductive reasoning important in real life? Why is deductive reasoning important in real life? Deductive reasoning is an important skill that can help you think logically and make meaningful decisions in the workplace. This mental tool enables professionals to come to conclusions based on premises assumed to be true or by taking general assumption and turning it into a more specific idea or action. What is deductive reasoning and how to use it during investigation? What is deductive reasoning and how to use it during investigations? In deductive reasoning, you start with general ideas and work toward specific conclusion through inferences. Based on theories, you form a hypothesis using empirical observations. You test that hypothesis using inferential statistics and form a conclusion. Why are inductive and deductive reasoning and arguments important? Why are inductive and deductive arguments important? Inductive reasoning allows analysts to make generalization from specific observations. In context, deductive reasoning will enable them to arrive at particular conclusion based on their hypothesis. These skills are essential as analysts can understand their data to make better decisions. How important is deductive and inductive method in teaching and learning process? How important is deductive and inductive method in teaching and learning process? Inductive tends to be more efficient in the long run, but deductive is less time consuming. Much depends on the teacher and the student. You might try to compare both of those approaches at certain points in your teaching to see which is more effective for your student.